And that important conversation I was telling you about, it's starting now. I have in studio with me Mr. Felix Awuku. He is the Executive Director of Operations for the UMB Bank. That's the Universal Merchant Bank. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing okay. Could be better. I know you were also listening in on that conversation about managing our personal economy, transport fares set to go up, food prices set to go up, water rationing. There's so much to think about in this country of ours, but we're managing, aren't we?
We are. Interesting convo there, but I mean, we need to get our loins.
No, we absolutely need to. But you're in a celebratory mood, and for good reason. You've hit some incredible milestones at the Universal Merchant Bank. 50 years.
Exactly, yes, 50 years.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I know there's lots of celebration happening in the wake of marking 50 years. And in this space, very hyper-competitive, that's no easy feat. What would you say is attributing to that success of the bank?
Thank you. So for us, we have quite a number of stakeholders. We have partners, we have shareholders, we have our clients, but most importantly, our customers. We see our customers as the priority. We are very clear in our minds that the most critical here is our customers, because they keep us, in business. Without them, I mean, we are not in business. So that's why we are dedicating this jubilee, especially to them. We are saying thank you to our customers. So in support of this, we are focused on deepening our engagement. Recently we set up a project to take feedback from our customers, because with feedback we'll know how we are trading, whether we are going the good way or the bad way. And so we look back at the feedback that we receive and improve our services to our customers. So I must primarily say that it's our customers that have partnered us to get us here.
Well, the customers are saying thank you. They're living in very serious times, so they appreciate all the thanks they can get. But for some people who might be confused, because you only rebranded some 8 years ago, how does that play into this 50-year celebration?
Okay, so the bank was set up in 1972. So basically, what we will say is that our heritage, from that point, transcends what our name is now. I mean, in local parlance, we'll say that Embre Dania, now Dani. And so we've rebranded this time with a big swag. I mean, when you go into our branches, you can see the way we are well branded and so on. So it is basically a change of the way we are looking things, but the heritage remains the same. We're a proud Ghanaian bank.
A proud Ghanaian bank. But what would you say in the last 50 years has been some of the shall we say, notable accomplishments, or the major ones that you can speak of?
Well, I'll need a big notebook to write all of them down, but I'll just have to pick up a few for you. And the most critical one for us is our customers who have kept faith with the bank. From 1972, we still have customers who are banking with us. There's a range, customers 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, but essentially what it means is that we sort of are doing something very good. That is why these customers are staying with us. We essentially served as the de facto stock exchange in Ghana some time back, until the establishment of the post. Now the bank was heavily invested in the initiative to establish the stock exchange, and indeed, many of their earliest leaders were UMB alumni. In addition, we saw some mainstays in the economy today. I mean, when the present government started, we were one of the banks that structured, the first bank that actually structured a deal with the 1B, 1F.
Yeah. So lots have happened, or lots of things have happened in that 50-year span. As you mentioned, you need a whole book to outline some of these, but thank you for sharing some of these notable achievements with us. I know when my dad turned 50, he had a big party. There was lots of food and enjoyment and celebration. I'm sure you're also going on that same trajectory. What's happening? What are some of the events that are taking place to mark this milestone?
Okay, so like I said earlier, we are saying thank you to our customers. So there's a lot of celebration going out there. We are looking back with respect to how we have engaged with our customers and seeking to deepen the relationship. So along the line, there will be some promotions for our customers. So they should watch out for
it's not too late
what
for
is
me
gonna
to benefit from some of these celebratory interventions, is it?
be. No, it's not. It's not. But let me ask you, do you have an account with UMB?
Funny enough, I feel like I'm at one of your branches and I finished doing some business and one of the tellers says, by the way, in fact, I'll be very honest, I've definitely considered it. And now that you say that, in the wake of 50 years, there are some goodies going left and right, I'm definitely inspired to go back to the branch I always go to and speak with them some more. Especially, as you mentioned, you've had customers that have stayed on some 30 years, 20 years, and that speaks to the confidence they have in the bank. Retaining customers is no easy. It's no easy feat. So I think saying thank you to the customers is definitely, correct, but also a good job to you for retaining and keeping your customers. Can we talk about the Speed app a little bit and what's going on with the Speed app and where you are at the moment?
So the Speed app is a flagship digital tool. And I must say that it's been very, very successful since we implemented it. I mean, it has a variety of services that it offers, And one key thing is that you don't even need to be a customer of UMB to sign on to the Speed app.
Oh, I see.
So looking at that aspect of the Speed app, I mean, we have close to about 35,000 non-customers who have signed on to Speed app. Because when you sign on, you can create a wallet for yourself and use it to do all the banking transactions that you get to do. So I think Speed Up is one of the tools that we are using to drive our digital agenda, because obviously we want to be a digital first bank.
Right, and you say it's not restricted to customers
Exactly.
only. The wider public can also take advantage of the Speed
And
app.
it's a simple process to onboard.
Okay, all right.
Not complicated at all.
Perfect. Well, time check, it is exactly 10 a.m. in studio. You're still tuned to 3FM Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. I'm speaking with Mr. Felix Awuku. He is the Executive Director for Operations at the UMB Bank. They're celebrating 50 years in business, and we're chatting about a host of things, their achievements, and how they will be celebrating, or how they are celebrating 50 years in business. You talk about the Speed app. What other interventions, digital ones, are coming from UMB?
Okay, so currently you would realize that the Speed app is really targeted, at our customers to give them the convenience of banking. Now we are looking internal as well to be able to digitize our internal operations. So when you come or you sign on to any service, you get a very fantastic experience. From in UMB, we are kind of moving on from creating a good service to an experience. So for all the touch points within the bank, by the time you are done with your transaction, the experience is such that you would want to come back again. So it is not like you get a service and you get a good experience, or you get a good service at that point and you get a bad experience at the next point. It's going to be an experience throughout the bank.
Whenever I enter your banks, I don't see any customers in there. That means the digital agenda is working. They're at home doing all the banking. The queues are pretty much non-existent. I don't know whether I go at the right time or if it's just the case that it's not a very busy bank, and that's, brilliant.
You are so much on point. I mean, there are about 70% of our retail customers use our Speed Up, and we also have the internet banking as well. I mean, one good thing about the Speed Up is that you can even send money to somebody who then pick it up at an ATM without a card.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So it's a cashless withdrawal.
Okay. We hope
So if I have
cashless
yes,
agenda.
yes.
Okay.
So you can send money to somebody in tech from Accra.
Okay.
Ask them. They just get a PIN, go to the ATM, and withdraw the cash. That's it.
That's amazing.
Seamless.
Well, as you celebrate your 50th anniversary, what is the key message that you wish to communicate to your customers and to the Ghanaian public, and also your staff?
So let me start with the staff because I'm sure otherwise they'll be hitting me. So to the staff, we want to say a very big thank you to them, because without them we couldn't have been providing this excellent service. And so we wish that they continue what they are doing. I mean, I always say that it's like a relay. So when somebody passes on the baton to you, don't drop it until you win. And winning means that we are giving good service to the customers. So I'm pleading with our staff to not drop the baton and do what we've been doing as usual. And then to our customers, we also want to say a big thank you for keeping faith with us, and they should expect some more greater experiences going forward.
That's amazing. And now, over the course of UMB's 50-year history, the bank has seen the evolution of the banking industry. Now, what future trends do you see in the banking sector, and how do you think UMB is preparing for that? Are you in pole position to move with any changes that may occur?
So when you look at the environment now, the key driver is digitization, and that is what everybody seems to do. And so we have a strategic view where digitization is also one of our key strategic pillars, and so that is what we are focusing on. So in terms of being relevant in the future, we are also not. So one will ask, so what will happen then to our branches? But for UMB, we are combining the brick and mortar with digitization, because cash is still king. People still want to deal with cash. So considering our key strategic pillars, we know that we will be very, very relevant in the future. In the next 50 years, we'll still be here to celebrate.
In fact, that was going to be my next question. I was going to say, well, you've clocked 50 years. Will you still be here at 60 and at 70 and at 80?
I've gone beyond that.
You've gone beyond that. In fact, so the next 50 years, you will
years,
still be here.
Yes.
And Felix, any final words from you before we say au revoir?
So I want to tell the Ghanaian public that we are here to do business. We are a Ghanaian indigenous bank. We understand the environment. So our doors are open for business.
Your doors are open for business. Felix Awuku, Executive Director for Operations, Universal Merchant Bank, celebrating their jubilees in 50 years in business. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.